guys, welcome back to another Q&A with me. Today I'm going to be talking to you about social media and how it can help budding artists and how to get the best out of your social media sites and the best sort of practices to do to gain followers and get interaction in your page. The three social media sites that I have are Facebook, which is what I use primarily for business use. I joined Instagram back in July last year, 2015, and I have only just joined Twitter at the beginning of February. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Facebook. With Facebook, it used to be quite simple. You used to post a photo and it used to reach absolutely everybody that was a liker of your page. Over the past couple of years, they've changed their algorithms and they've changed the way that people see things in their newsfeed. So it becomes increasingly difficult for people and artists to get noticed by anybody that likes their page, unless you go ahead and actively promote your page through their Facebook advertising, which if you don't have a lot of money can cost quite a lot. I'm gonna tell you what I've been doing and what I found is the best way to get interaction in your page and people engaged on your posts and stuff that you want them to see. I struggled when Facebook changed their algorithms. I really struggled with getting people to see my posts, and what I actually did was just posted things that were relevant to my likers and relevant to the audience that I wanted to reach. So I do pet portraits, so the audience I wanted to reach were potential customers and people that own dogs, love dogs, and generally love animals. So what I did is I posted progress pictures and doggy related stuff, doggy posts that I found and I shared with people, and I got them involved by sharing stuff that they were interested in. And then once they had seen that interesting post, they would then engage with my posts. So they would leave a comment or a like or send me a message or write on my wall, and then to further engage them, I would then reply to that comment. I would talk to them and I would be myself and talk to them as if they were a real person standing in front of me. So the key that I found was to really interact with your potential customers, and that's really the same across all social media sites. When you're engaging with someone, it makes them feel a little bit special, and it makes them seem as if you want them there on their page and that you appreciate their comment. So when you have a lot of comments, you want to really make sure that you not necessarily reply to everybody, but make sure that you give back a fair amount of comments to those people that are regularly liking and interacting with your work. I think this is really the key to Facebook with how they've changed their algorithms. It's just interacting with people. Those people that interact will then see your posts more, and then in turn they're seeing your posts more, so when they're commenting and liking, their friends are seeing your posts that they're commenting on as well. So if you're engaging with people and you're popping up in their newsfeed often, more than likely they're going to comment and like, and then your reach is just going to skyrocket from there. So you really want to practice interacting with your customers. And it's really a good practice anyway, because then it makes a friendly atmosphere and people are going to want to visit because they're going to want to talk to you because you're so inviting and friendly and warm towards them. And that's generally the idea that you want to get across all of your social media sites. But Facebook specifically, that is really the key. Unless you really want to pay to promote your posts, and you can pay between £1 to £100 to promote each post. And if you're promoting each post, that's going to amount to quite a lot of cash that you're spending just to get a tiny little bit of interaction. I myself do every now and then pay to boost my posts, and I only ever do this if I think I need to promote a post and it's lacking in engagement, or I have a lot of engagement and I want to push that reach and engagement even further. So that's the only time that I actually use the Facebook advertising feature. But it is good, especially when you have a post say, that's got 200 likes and you want to reach another potential 200 people, when a post is getting a lot of engagement and you advertise it through Facebook, they're going to show it to even more people because you initially got that high engagement rate. That's really all you need to know for engagement on Facebook. You just need to consistently publish posts. It's no good publishing stuff every other day. You want to try and be consistent and try and post at least one interesting post and piece of content each day for people. If you go a week without posting, you sort of fall off their newsfeed, and then you are struggling to gain that customer back because you've had that many lack of posts and the person that was engaging has completely lost you. So you want to make sure that you consistently post and consistently post good things that people are interested in. When it comes to Instagram, now I found Instagram really easy to use, and I struggled at first because it's different from Facebook. I wasn't used to using all the hashtags and I wasn't used to reaching so many people at once. Instagram doesn't have the same algorithm implement as Facebook does. So when you're posting something, you are actually reaching all of those followers that are following your account. So when they are active on there, they will see your post, and if they like it, they'll give you a little heart. When I first started on Instagram, I got a bigger response than what I was getting on my Facebook page, and that really surprised me considering I only had a couple of hundred followers. What I really found to grow my following and to have people appreciate my artwork was to use relevant hashtags. So the type of hashtags that I use when I'm posting stuff on Instagram are like hashtag art, pet portrait, the type of animal it is, dog, and then the breed, if it's a breed of dog. So I'll use hashtags that are specific to what I'm posting, and that really helps you reach the audience that you want for that type of post. I tend to use the same hashtags for all of my posts, unless it's a personal post or anything, when I don't use any hashtags or I just use art life or something like that. Then I won't use hashtags, as many hashtags as I do when I'm posting a piece of art, because I want my piece of art to reach more potential people than my personal posts. But again, the same thing with Facebook. You need to interact and make sure that you comment back when people comment on your work, and you gain some loyal followers this way. On Instagram, I tend to have the same sort of people that straight away like my post, and then they comment as well, and then every now and then I will comment back. Now, I'm not one for remembering to comment on Instagram because I'm still learning how to use it properly and how to use it to grow my followers even more. So every now and then I will forget about Instagram and I will not comment back or anything, but when I do remember, I will comment back and try and interact with those people that are liking my work. Now with Twitter, this is completely new to me and it's sort of mind-boggling, but it works in the same way as Instagram does, except you've got that character limit. Within that character limit, I try and include a couple of hashtags that people can search, so hashtag art or hashtag pets or a breed of dog, and then I post that content, and then I get potential customers looking on that hashtag and then coming back to my page because they've seen something interesting in my post. So Twitter is pretty much the same as Instagram, and Twitter and Instagram together are completely different from the way that Facebook works. But you want to make sure that you use the same practices of talking to people, talk to them about your art materials, talk to them about your process, talk to them about their pets and their interests, and get people interested in your posts that way. And that's what you call networking, basically. It's talking to people and talking to like-minded people, having them share your work, sharing their work if you are into that kind of thing. And that's basically the key to success on social media and having your following growing each day. I will say that when you are posting on social media sites, if it's any other sites like Tumblr or DeviantArt or anything like that, you want to make sure that you watermark your pieces of art or your posts, that you don't want people to download and copy. A number of my artist friends have actually had their artwork downloaded and taken for free because it hasn't had a watermark, and they haven't said otherwise that people can't use their work. It's kind of general knowledge that when you post something and it's in your name and your property, you don't expect people to just download and use your work for free and make their own work out of your work. You don't really expect people to do that, but there are a sneaky few people out there that do, and you want to hinder them doing that by watermarking your work and making a comment on the post or something saying that this is not for other people to use and not for commercial use, it's for your, as an artist, personal use. So you want to make sure that you either watermark or make a statement saying that, so you don't get people copying and stealing. Again, you just want to post interesting content. If it's something you found funny that is relevant to your page or your followers, then post it and encourage people to interact. Ask them what their thoughts are, ask them for what they've been doing or where they're from or what they're interested in, what type of breed of dog they have, and get people to post pictures. All that kind of thing helps boost your reach to potential people and likers and followers and potential customers. There's not a lot else that I practice myself that I have found useful for gaining social media followers. So I just use what I've already said, just posting content, making sure I interact with people, interacting with other pages and other followers, generally being nice and myself and giving feedback and answering questions when I'm asked, and all of that adds to your potential reach and gaining followers back and people then interacting with your work, which is what we ultimately want. As an artist, you want to show people your work and you want people to appreciate it. So social media really is your friend for a budding artist, and it can be difficult at first, but once you really get into it, it's going to be quite easy and you're just going to snap up followers every single day. With my Instagram account, now I've really got a flow going and I'm posting regular content. I'm gaining about 25 followers per day. And that's really great because then over the space of a year I'm going to gain so many followers and all of that appreciation for my work, and it just makes you feel wonderful. And if you're putting in all that hard work, you're reaping those rewards in getting people looking at your work and maybe even selling a piece or two. So it's all really helpful, and social media really is your friend as a budding artist. I'm going to leave it there for today. If you have any more questions about social media or growing your following or using it as an artist, feel free to ask and I'll make you another video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on all of my social media sites, and I will see you next week for another Q&A video, guys. Bye!